okay?
Yeah.
We're going to start off by watching a video this morning. So please pay attention. Make sure you're not doodling on your horns while we're watching. Bless you.
The zipper and the hood, and it's easier to put the hood on and off with the zipper than it is with the snaps. Then there's zippers up the side so that the jacket will fit tightly around the hips, keeping that straight, sleek look that it should have. And very often you'll find a zipper hidden in the arm.
Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. You'll excuse the fact that I'm out of breath, but about 10 or 15 minutes ago, a tragic thing, from all indications at this point, has happened in the city of Dallas. Let me quote to you this. And you'll excuse me if I am out of breath. A bulletin, this is from the United Press from Dallas. President Kennedy and Governor John Connally have been cut down by assassin's bullets in downtown Dallas. They were riding an open automobile when the shots were fired. The president, his limp body carried in the arms of his wife Jacqueline, has rushed to Parkland Hospital. And if you'll excuse me if I give some directions and we talk about what we're going to do here for the next few minutes, but Bobby, let's tape this, if you please, particularly the interview with the eyewitness people. It is being taped good. Here's a piece of copy that was rushed to me and was torn off from the United Press in Dallas. President Kennedy has been shot in Dallas, Texas. He was shot as a motorcade left downtown Dallas. Mrs. Kennedy jumped up and grabbed the president. She cried, "Oh no," as the motorcade sped on. An Associated Press photographer, James Algins, 8LTGENS, reports he saw blood on the president's head. The AP man said he heard two shots but thought someone was shooting fireworks until he saw the blood on the president. He also said he saw no one.
Okay. So, how does that make you feel? Just starting off. It's kind of intense, right? Just, can you imagine in the 60s just watching TV as usual, and then that coming on? I mean, it's intense. So, lots of emotions going on there. So, with those emotions in mind, that initial shock, if you could, just follow along in your part. We're just going to listen to the beginning of Elegy of a Young American. And I want you to think about those feelings that you just had and how that might relate to the music. Very boomy speakers. So, very solemn. Does any of you have any thoughts about some of the things you heard? Maybe how that related to the emotions that might have struck you when we watched the
It
video?
sounds very, very soft.
Very soft, kind of like, how so? Could someone name like adjectives that would describe that?
I was just gonna say, there's a few voices at the beginning, and it just starts adding more and more progressively. Comes up.
Yeah,
Everybody speaking.
yeah. So it's yeah.
I was just thinking that the beginning sounds like an announcement, like a sad announcement.
So yeah, as you're listening to the newsman talk about the incident, you know, he's very soft-spoken, he's just very struck by what happened, same as how this kind of starts, very soft struck, and then as you start thinking about it, you start gathering these emotions and you start putting them into words and more people start getting involved, and it starts building naturally, okay? So I want us to, let's make some more words that could describe all these different feelings that we might have, okay? Do any of us know who the young American is, for example, in this piece, in the name?
John F. Kennedy.
John F. Kennedy. Okay, so we're talking about John F. Kennedy and his passing, okay, from his assassination. So, the 5 stages of grief. Do any of us know the 5 stages of grief? Or maybe know a couple of them? Denial. Okay, so maybe if we listen, I guess you might have it right up there at the top, don't you? Copied from my score. Good one. So, denial. It starts off maybe with denial. So let's listen to this again, just the beginning. And I want you to follow along with your instruments. And I want you to think of the feeling denial and how you can convey that with your.
Oh, you're fingering along or playing?
Just fingering along, just following along in the part with the horns.
Gotcha.
Thanks. Okay, so let's try that first part. Let's go ahead and just play the first note, woodwinds. Just play the first note, just to get it out. Very good. Now I think solemn denial. Okay. That's not very well done. Yeah, very sensitive of you. Nice. Everyone could give a round of applause for that. Very well done. Yeah. Okay, so I think it's important for us to put thought and emotion to what we're playing, and I think it makes it a little easier to play, and it makes it a little bit more fun to play. Now, unfortunately, this is kind of a sad emotion. You don't want to feel like this, okay? As we get through the piece, we will later, we go through all these different types of emotions. So we'll go through grief and anger and all these different forms of playing. But there's also music that's a lot more uplifting. So I want you to start thinking about ways that you can convey the emotion to the music. Okay, so this is very solemn. It's starting off very solemn. Could we go ahead and go on right from there? So I think measure 9, is that where everyone comes in? Or rehearsal 1. Let's keep going. And as we build this denial, imagine like you're in denial, but you're building to another emotion and what that next emotion might be. Okay? Let's try that. Starting at rehearsal 1. Very bright. Okay, thank you. adding in layers. It's starting to build to another emotion. Can any of you guess or feel what that next emotion might be musically, the way it's laying on the instrument?
Anger.
Anger. I think that's a good way to put it. I turned it off already. But if we can imagine what it would feel like to lose someone like that, you start the denial phase, and then you're building through your emotions, and you're starting to just be really upset about it, okay? Let's see if we can put that with the instruments and add that to the music, okay? So it's not just notes, we're adding emotion to it. Well done. Okay, let's try it again. Right at rehearsal 1. And don't be shy. When we're playing at piano, you want to make sure you use a confident airstream still, okay? It doesn't need to be so quiet that it's inaudible, okay? It just needs to be comfortable, and we can build from there. Good sounds. Okay. Okay, so you can feel the tension building with all the dissonances. Okay, so if you feel like you're playing notes next to your stand partners or in your trios that start to sound crunchy, okay, that's just the composer's way of writing in these feelings. They're using dissonance. Okay, so if it sounds bad, it's supposed to sound bad. It's supposed to sound uncomfortable. Okay, let's try that again. And let me play this part. Actually, if we just do, yeah, let's do everyone. Ready? Let's
Rehearsal 1.
Yeah, rehearsal 1, please, and let's just listen to each other. Ready? I'll give us 4. And 1, 2, 3, 4. Very good. Yeah, nice.
Was that double facing your G? I don't even.
Nice job. So when you get to this, it's kind of a small, crunchy font. I wish this was a better copy. So were you playing that top line?
Yeah.
Okay, yeah. So B flat to D, and then E flat with the 2. So 1 and 2 and then 2. Okay. Very nice. Are we starting to understand the emotion that the composer had when he was writing this piece? Maybe you can imagine the feelings that he was going through. So this was written just a year after that it happened, so it was still pretty fresh, you know, and we were going through adding another president into office and such. So we went from denial to anger. So let's start back at the beginning with denial, and let's build to the anger, okay? About a minute left or 2.
About a minute and a half. Yep.
Okay, so from denial to anger, very beginning, ready? write the music. Okay, thank you.
Feedback. Nick?
Yeah, I guess this was well prepared. The only thing is, when you said after it happened, just make sure you clarify what do you mean by it, because I can tell you're referring to the assassination,
Right.
but just, clarify for your audience.
Sure.
Anyone else?
I just really like how you showed the video before, like, even listening to it.
It's kind of a heavy moment, so I don't know, maybe if it might be a little too heavy to get out. It doesn't get really graphic, but,
No, I think.
so,
So, okay, your presence is very, very good in front of the group. I really like the way that you were asking them questions to engage them in the lesson. I thought the videos were a great way to introduce. It was pretty clear what your perspective, what you're trying to teach. But I would set up the video a little bit instead of just starting it, because when the ladies were talking about, and it's got a zipper, I'm like, he's got the wrong video. So a little setup about, we had this tragedy in US history, blah, 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 okay?
Sure.
And then you spent so much time talking about the different stages of grief that I would have liked to have seen a little bit more digging into the musical part of it. The euphonium and tuba parts are really high. I'm not sure they ever played very many right notes.
no.
So just make sure that you take a little time then to allow yourself time to dig in a little bit more. Okay,
Sure.
good job.
Okay, thank you.